Well, my friends, it's that time of the month again as Google just released the latest Android 15 update with QPR 2 Beta 1. This gives us a sneak peek at what we can expect for the stable release coming all the way in March of 2025. Thankfully, we've done all the hard work for you guys and sideloaded the latest update on our Pixel devices, and we're excited to share everything new you can look forward to. So, real quick, let's take a look, and of course, if you find this coverage helpful, consider subscribing to the 9to5 Google YouTube channel as we will be covering every beta in depth, and we do not want you to miss out on any of it. Now, let's dive into all of the new features. Probably the first and most important change in this update is a complete overhaul of the Do Not Disturb function. But in QPR 2 Beta 1, Do Not Disturb has been renamed to modes, and it is way more powerful than it was before. It now has a custom setting that allows you to control what notifications come through based on what activity you're doing. So you can set a mode for sleep, work, driving, hitting the gym, gaming, whatever you need at that time. What's also nice is you can specifically tailor what notifications are allowed to come through when it comes to certain apps, contacts, notifications, alarms, reminders, calendar events, and so much more. It's pretty wild actually, because you can customize device behaviors as well when you're in a certain mode. You can choose to have some options automatically turn on, like grayscale mode, dark theme, a dimmed wallpaper, or turn off always on display. You can even give your custom mode a unique icon that appears in the status bar when active. Plus, there's also a new quick settings tile that lets you enable a specific mode pretty easily. Being truthful here, mode seems like a pretty big deal, and it's nice to see Google focusing on giving users more customization options and flexibility when it comes to the core pillars of the Android experience, and hopefully we see this trend continue going into 2025. Another pretty big addition we have in QPR 2 Beta 1 is the new Terminal app. This is designed to allow developers to run Linux applications on their Android devices in a virtual machine. You can access it by enabling the Linux development environment toggle in the developer settings, and you'll see a new terminal icon in your app drawer. For the most part, this will be a developer-focused tool, but it also means users will be able to run Linux apps in Android 2, which should be super useful for those using Linux today. Right now, I will say the Terminal app is very buggy as it crashes upon opening, so there's not much you can really do with it yet, but it's an interesting addition nonetheless, and I'm excited to see how it develops in future betas, and I'm also excited to see how it enables users in the future. Thankfully though, there isn't just phone stuff here, as Google is continuing to show love to the Pixel tablet with a ton of new features and improvements. Some of these work for phones too, of course, but I feel they're much more impactful on the Pixel tablet. Things like desktop windowing mode on the Pixel tablet continuing to get smoother with each and every update. We talked about performance issues when it first launched, but now it's pretty stable. Fingers crossed they release it early, because I really want to start using the Pixel tablet as a Chromebook-like device now, but I don't want to be on beta software to do so, so hopefully soon. Moving on, in previous betas, we got new pointer and touchpad settings where you can control the pointer speed, color, and stroke style. Now, in QPR 2 Beta 1, Google expanded on that a bit with new color options including coral and purple. Plus, the blue and green colors are darker now, making them much easier to see, which is important if desktop windowing is going to be a more prominent feature moving forward. And there's a new mouse keys feature that allows you to control the on-screen mouse with your keyboard, convenient if you're really in a bind and don't have access to a mouse. For the most part, these Pixel tablet changes are awesome, as it shows there's ongoing work to improve the product line, and it gets me excited for what we can expect in future Pixel tablets. I did recently do a huge in-depth video covering what we could see on the Pixel Tablet 3, so I'll throw a info card somewhere on the screen. Please take a look at that video, because it's super interesting to see what we can expect in the future. Finally, before we get out of here, we have some smaller tidbits I wanted to put on your radar real quick. A few members of the 9to5 Google team have noticed that their devices feel much smoother and are much faster after updating, especially when going through the menus and navigating the settings. Although I feel everyone says that after every update, so take it with a grain of salt. There are some cool new animations in the adaptive vibration section, which is a nice touch. On top of that, QPR 2 Beta 1 brings the November 2024 security patch. Nice to see, as it's always good to be on the latest security update, so if you're on the beta, you won't be missing out on any major security issues. We did a deep dive recently that shows everything that comes with the November patch, and we'll put an info card somewhere on the screen, so be sure to check that out. And for some housekeeping items, it appears the device charge limit to 80% feature isn't present in this beta, at least on some devices. On our Pixel 9 devices, we don't see the feature, but some users are mentioning that it is available on their Pixel 8 devices, so just be cautious. If you update from the previous beta, you might not be able to set a battery charging limit. Thankfully, it's widely expected to arrive in the December feature drop, but this beta is coming in early 25, so its absence right now might just be an oversight at worst. Last but not least, I'm super excited to say the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro are able to get the QPR2 Beta 1 update. Officially, support technically ended in October 2024 with only 2 more years of security updates expected, so this is a nice surprise to say the least. And that, my friends, is everything new with the latest QPR2 Beta 1 update. For the most part, it's a decent sized update with a lot of quality of life changes, some new features that get me excited for the future, and it's shaping up to be a solid feature drop alongside whatever else Google has planned. Either way, what features are you most excited for? And something a little fun and different for the community, what changes have you spotted, if any, that we did not mention yet? Let us know in the comments because we'd love to see what you guys are saying. In the meantime, I'm getting out of here, but before I do, huge shout out to our channel members on screen right now. Simply put, your support helps make this the best Android coverage possible, and we truly appreciate every one of you for joining us on our journey. Until next time, this has been Jordan Floyd with 9 to 5 Google. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.